Hello everyone, hello and welcome to this
Special update video.
yeah, you
Joint
could
update video.
effectively a joint update video on Black Shadow and
I'm seeing Frewey in the flesh. I do exist. What do you know?
Shock.
Yeah. Actually, if I'm going to be here, I'm going to do this properly. There we go. Much better.
Beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, so we figured we'd just record this video here. He's been around the past day and a half or so. We've been doing plenty of recording.
Yep.
We've obviously finished Super Mario World a while ago. We've been finishing up on the next LP coming after that, as well as just some other bits and pieces we're doing. And so that's why we're here in. Well, it's a room. We'll go with that. It's a room.
Yep.
So there we go. But yeah, you wanted to do this.
Yeah, it was my idea because I figured, well, we've done Super Mario World. We've done. Should we tell them what it is? Or do you want to leave it?
It's a surprise.
Okay, cool. We've done the surprise one.
Yep.
And we've done a few bits and bobs.
Yeah. So
elsewhere.
of other, we've had a sample of various games off the mini SNES, as well as another one we've done a full LP for, which will be up probably in about a week or so, I reckon.
Yep.
But you had some bits and pieces you wanted to throw out.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, what do we do afterwards? Because we've never really talked about it.
No.
Because whenever we plan a joint LP, it's, I don't know how far in advance it is, but it's in advance.
Usually.
In some way. So,
Well, technically this has all been right.
Yeah, I suppose it is. Anyway, I wrote down a few things
we
could do.
This is a highly official list, as you can see. Much
Official.
Yes. Look how much pence went into this.
Anyway.
High rollers,
So
hence the glasses.
We couldn't really come up with a solid idea of what to do next. So I wrote down stuff off the top of my head. And I thought, we'll just let you lot decide what you want us to do.
Some of this stuff I know, some of it I've heard of, some of it is...
Some of it you already plan on doing.
Some of it I'm planning on doing, and some of it is just totally alien to me. I have no idea what he's talking about. Some of it I had to look up last night to have any idea what he was talking about.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
So, the elephant in the room we'll talk about, because I know it's been mentioned in the Discord server, is Cuphead.
Yes, I have been informed of this game. I've seen little bits of footage here and there. Obviously, it's a very highly rated game. It's got nominated for all sorts of rewards and bits and pieces like that, which is awesome. It is likely something I will delve into because it is not easy.
It's compared to Dark Souls, but I wouldn't so hastily make that
comparison. No, I mean,
it is difficult.
No, Dark Souls does have a bit of a mixed reputation in the servers, for that matter, anyways.
Yep. So I know some of you already want us to do that. Here's your chance to make it official and say, yes, do Cuphead, and it might happen.
Yeah, throw your thoughts into the comment section below. I'm not going to do a poll or anything like I've done previously. I'm just going to, leave it into the comments, you can message in the server, let us know your thoughts, bits and pieces, wherever you fancy.
Well, yeah, we'll make a count at some point. Next is, I don't think you know this one, it's called Guacamelee.
I've heard of it.
So think, it's a Metroidvania game, and we've just finished off one of those. There's your
yes, spoilers.
This is also a Metroidvania, but it has co-op, which is nice. And I've played 4 already. It's kind of a Mexican / sort of... No, not Mexican.
Choose your words carefully here. You are on the
It's gone from my head. I know what it is, but I can't put it into a word.
I'll look it up.
I'm having a brain fart. But any of you know what Guacamelee is, maybe a really fun thing to watch us do. So there's that. There's, like, everyone points to this as a very obvious co-op game to do. It's Portal 2.
Yes. I have played through the original Portal at some point. It was probably via you.
It may well have been.
It may well have been.
No, yeah, it was the orange box I let you.
Yes, I borrowed the orange box from you.
Way back when.
Yeah, this is going back quite a while. I did like Half-Life and bits and pieces. And Portal 1 was on there, which I went through. And Portal 2, I think I've played like half an hour of it before, but that's about it. So, not surprising, most of these LPs are probably blind.
Yep. So, Portal 2 co-op, it is good. I enjoy it very much. Next on that is... Not on that. Next on this list is a game called Battle Block Theatre.
Which I've not heard of before.
Okay, so it's from the developers of Castle Crashers, which everyone knows about, and I feel like even more people...
Castle Crashers is also on this list, I've noticed.
It is also... I mean, cool, you're skipping a few.
Just throwing it out, you mentioned it.
That's also there, but Yeah, they then went and made Battle Block Theatre, which is a co-op game, and it's just, I guess it's puzzle based, but it's also kind of a platformer, but it's also kind of something else. It's fun.
I'm sure there's probably some of you guys in the comments watching. You probably have more of an idea of some of these than I do. So
I think the narrator is why it's so good.
the narrator.
Yes, I'll leave it at that. I forget what his name is, but he is funny.
It's not like Medieval Resurrection Tom Baker.
No. He's not that famous, but he's known by some people.
Hmm.
So next is Future Cop LAPD on the PS1.
Yes. This is a game which I have played. You have played.
Yes, and we would go into detail, but we actually talk about this in a future video.
We do, in a video that's coming up. It is one that I'm very likely to actually LP.
So you were going to do it anyway.
Yeah, I was probably going to LP this game anyways at some point because it is a pretty. It's one of those sort of classic PS1 games, but no one really remembers it until you see it and they're like, "Oh gosh, I remember that."
If it came out today, it would have had an esports scene. I think.
I think so. With a 2018 makeup, it would be like the next.
Yeah.
What was that car game? You have to like drive and shoot like into goals. Rocket League.
Rocket League. Yeah,
Rocket League. That's the one.
Yeah.
We played it. Shock.
Right.
Moving on.
So yeah, there's that. Those of you who enjoyed our Dynasty Warriors 4 playthrough might be happy to know that we do want to do Dynasty Warriors 3.
Yes. Dynasty Warriors 4 we did back in 2014.
I don't know.
15.
It feels like a 2015 thing.
14, 15, somewhere around there. It's been a while. That was back on the old ancient device of way of recording. Those are the old days. Jeez.
Look at that.
Ugly stuff.
Dynasty Warriors 3 isn't that much different from... No, 4 was the odd one out of the series.
Probably, yes.
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors 3 it just has stupid voice acting. Like, not quite... Almost Resident Evil levels
Yeah,
of voice
there
acting.
is some horrendously delivered lines in that game. It is notorious for it.
Yeah.
But as an actual game, it's not too bad.
Yes, it's alright. Those of you wanting blood, guts and gore, I've got Gears of War on this list. And we've both played that.
We've both played a lot of Gears in the
so
past. A whole group of us used to play.
We also
Gears.
talk about in the same future video. I think.
Yes, we had a video in like our sort of LP shorts that are coming up, and we spent one video for about half it just talking about all sorts of things.
Yeah, it was nice. It was really casual.
It was not very related to the game at all, but hey, it was the nature of things, and it was good to do. Yeah, Gears of War certainly is a game I played. I played the first 3 quite a lot.
Yep.
You played a bit more beyond that. I never did.
A little bit, yeah.
But yeah, certainly Gears 1, 2, and 3 certainly are probably the high points.
I think we've both completed it on the hardest difficulty, so we will be doing that again.
I think we've done all 3. I think I did all 3 of them. It was brutal.
Yeah, you've done all 3. I remember for the first game, you actually asked for my help.
Yes.
At the very last bit.
Yeah, the last bit, yes, the very end of Gears, which I'm sure many of you know what that is horrendously difficult.
Yep.
And yeah, it was just a little too much for young Shadow.
Mm-hmm. I, however, managed to do it all by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
so the next one we've mentioned.
After Gears of War,
we'll leave that next one after that to the end.
Okay, cool.
We'll leave that one.
So there's the aforementioned Castle Crashers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the thing about Castle Crashers. I did this, and I'm pretty sure loads of other people did. I mistook it for some kind of dungeon crawler. I don't know why, but the words Castle Crashers makes it sound like a dungeon crawler. It's not. It's a 4-player co-op game. It's super fun. The animations are hilarious, and there's sort of there's a leveling system that's great.
I remember you and someone else played it to death.
And me and 3 others. We went through the entire game more than once.
Yes.
And there is an insane difficulty as well, but that's
no difference there for the channel.
I've not done that yet. So yeah, that's a 4-player game. So maybe we could add more people. It can be done 2-player.
It can be. There might be 1 or 2 of you might even have the game. So we might be able to see what we can do there. We'll see.
Yeah, could do. That's on the Xbox 360, by the way. It is on PC, but we're not playing on that because the online mode is totally broken.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I played this with a friend on PC, and our games were so out of sync. Like whatever was happening for them, definitely not happening for me. I was dead on their game. I was totally alive on mine, and they were dead. It's really confusing. I don't know how that's happened, but the netcode is just bollocks.
You'd think it would be the console version that would be the more broken one rather than the PC.
The PC was the port. The console version.
Oh, right. It was a solid port. I see.
Yeah.
Right. Ports don't generally go very well.
So yeah, Castle Crashers. Next one we'll leave until last.
Mm-hmm.
This next one, is a game that I love absolutely.
Mhm.
It's called Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time.
Now, I had a remote sort of semi-look up of what this was. I saw it on this. I was like, what is he trying to
I
drag
know
me
what
into?
you're thinking. This looks cheesy. It looks like a game that only like a husband and wife would play, probably. But also, it's co-op-wise, it's one of the most fun co-op games I've ever played. And I don't know when, but they added the 4-player mode. But that kind of makes it a bit too easy. But it was originally made with just 2 players in mind. So that's one we could do.
You'll need to give us a cruise synopsis, though, of what it actually is.
So,
What actually is it?
uh,
Put
you've
them on the
got-
spot.
right, so 2 players, you kind of command a ship, and it's got various stations like the helms, shields, weapons, and all that sort of stuff. You've kind of got to navigate through some sort of spatial area like astral fields and all that other sort of stuff, while rescuing tiny little creatures and restoring the world of love. Yay. Love is all we need. So,
I just did that.
yeah, well, whatever.
Okay, we're re-recording. You know, just like that.
It's
Move on.
fine. Bit of affection with that.
So it's a bit like FTL, isn't it, in that respect? But it's multiplayer almost. Would that be fair?
I mean, they both take place in space.
Close enough.
In FTL, you command a whole crew of people. In this, you are one person.
But multiple people make up the crew, so it's like
Yeah.
FTL but
For-
multiplayer almost.
1 to 4 players.
Interesting.
So yeah, you kind of go around and it's a wild ride, but it is really fun co-op games. There is a bit of a Star Trek vibe in there if you want there to be.
It's like any space
Like
game.
you could
isn't
kind
it?
of just pretend you're doing a Star Trek thing.
Yeah, it's like any space game. You could make it Star Trekky if you want. You can
Yeah.
find ways of hand-fisting it in. It
Basically,
happens.
yeah. And then after that is a game called Risk Factions.
Yes, Risk, of course, is an old ball game sort of thing. But there was a release for the game back in. This is going back a few years as well. It was like on the old Xbox Live Arcade stuff. I don't know if that still exists nowadays.
2011.
About 2011. And I have played a lot of board games in time. It was a nice kind of refresh to the series. It kind of took the original concept and changed it around a bit. And made the most awesome fucking abominable snowman you'd ever seen in your life. He is a legend. The game, of course, did get a little bit of controversy when it released. They had originally one of the faction leaders was very, very heavily based on Chairman Mao, and the way
They changed his name.
they had to change his name because it was a bit too close to things, and people got cross.
Yeah. I mean, you basically said everything that I was going to say. So that's that. That's more just sort of a thing.
A casual sort of
A versus thing we can do.
And the last
Yeah.
one, which has been floated on the channel a few times.
I'll just let you go on. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, the last one has been channeled on this channel a few times. We've kind of floated it around. I've had plans to do it. It hasn't happened. I've then had other plans to do it. They fell through. And I've got sort of semi-plans to do it now and have had, but they haven't quite been acted upon yet. It's the Left 4 Dead series. I talk about it all the fucking time in my videos, and I never do anything about it. I've played it on the channel. I've done little bits here and there. I'm probably going to do live streaming it soon. So why not actually do a physical recorded series of possibly the most played video game series of my life? I have put hundreds about. I reckon it's 4 figures. Too much time I've spent into
I
that
can
game.
verify he has played it that much.
I have played the game to death and beyond, but it did used to show.
Yeah, like that came out in 2008, and you started your channel in, is it 2011?
About that.
Yeah. What do you think he was doing from 2008 until then?
More or less, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't get the game released. I think about a year afterwards. Oh no, it was about.
No, you got it on day one.
Did I get it released? No, because I
You did get it on release. I know for a fact you got it on
What, Left
release.
4 Dead 1?
Oh no, not Left 4 Dead 1.
Left 4 Dead 2. No, Left 4 Dead 2.
Left 4 Dead 2 you got.
Yes, Left 4
on
Dead 2 was a
release.
good story in which I pre-ordered the game, as did
And you got it
Frewey,
a day early.
and it came through the door a day early. So I was playing it for anyone else that I knew, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And a day of just being the special child.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead 1, yeah, I think you're right about
I think I
that.
got it about 6 months prior, and I remember I got it when I first got my 360. I got it along with GTA 4. I got 2 games of it. And I played GTA 4 for a few days. That was good. And I was like, well, let's actually give Left 4 Dead 4 a spin. 2 weeks later, I hadn't played anything else.
It's true.
I played about 2 weeks solid. I was just so taken in by it. And of course, it's a fantastic multiplayer experience. There are slight rumours going around about Left 4 Dead 3, which would be the greatest thing perhaps since Slice Bled. Bled?
Sliced Bled. Yep, checks out.
So, yeah. So there's a list of things. There's probably other things we can think of as well. Other games that might come up, and maybe some games you've got ideas that I think would be pretty cool for us to have a crack with. Of course, there is an almost infinite supply of games that there are available to do, though. And time off, of course, is only limited. Along with obviously my own recordings, bits and that, and the bits and pieces that you're starting to do.
Eventually.
I
will get there.
You will get there, we are sure. So yeah, other than that, just a sort of general chat about things. Yes, we've got plenty of content coming regardless. So we've got Mario World, which we're about halfway through at the moment. And then we've got the next LP, we've got loads of shorts.
Metroidvania game.
So we've got stuff going for at least the next month, minimum, I'd reckon. Plenty of content coming up. Some fascinating LPs that we took on, for sure. Yeah. We don't know how to finish this video, basically, folks. This is professionalism at its finest. So we'll thank you guys very much for listening.
That's our list. Feel free to add to it if you want.
Yeah, and let us know any of those that particularly hit your fancy. Feel free to fire away in the comments or the Discord server. There's a link somewhere back there-ish. And we'll see you next time for... Well, we won't see you next time, but
you won't see me next time, will
No.
you?
Possibly not.
We'll see what happens.
Unless you want to pay for half the rent.
Nope.
Sorted. We'll see you soon.
Bye.